One of the main points of this book, Searching Her Own Mystery, is that the church is only able to discover its link to the Jewish people when it appreciates the theological and spiritual significance of Jewish disciples of Jesus in her midst. And in order to understand it, we really need to think historically. Nostra Aetate addressed explicitly and directly the history of anti-Judaism in the life of the church. And the church has succeeded over these past 50 years in taking responsibility for that history and, to a great extent, changing it and reversing it. But there's another aspect of this history of anti-Judaism in the life of the church that has gone unrecognized, and that is the suppression of Judaism and Jewish life within the church. Already on the eve of the Second Vatican Council, those who were being baptized as Jews were required to renounce the practice of Judaism in any form. They were required to renounce what were called Jewish superstitions, and this referred to such customs as lighting Sabbath candles or abstaining from leaven during the holiday of Passover. And this was a custom, this requirement of renouncing Jewish superstition at baptism, that went back more than a millennium. It was, in fact, this requirement and this understanding of the incompatibility of Jewish identity and Jewish practice with identity as a follower of Jesus that led to the horrors of the Inquisition, in which those who were Jews and who were baptized and who were discovered to have lit Sabbath candles or done some other form of Jewish practice were subject to punishment and even to death. It's my contention in Searching Her Own Mystery that the church can only deal with its own relationship to the Jewish people. It can only deal with it adequately if it comes to grips with its own history of suppressing Judaism in the life of the church. And if what it does is not simply give up that suppression, but learns to see the Jews in its midst as a gift, as a resource, and not merely as a problem.